If Wirtz chose Liverpool, would you tell Kirkes to wait till the window to sign another one? There's 2-player maximum to avoid a last-minute change of heart. Yes, I would. But either way, the situation with Wirtz is that he's going to make his mind up in the next 10 days. But you are right, we can only get 2 in. Now look, we can have both the contracts signed, let's say for Kirkes and Wirtz, and just keep one of them on ice until the 16th and then lodge it. So you could still have all of that stuff done, but I totally do get where you're coming from. Tanasi said, we could only have one. Who would you prefer, Wirtz or Kirkes? Oh, easily Wirtz, mate. I want Kirkes, and he'll be brilliant if he comes in. But Wirtz is different gravy. So if we could only have one of those, I would say, look, I'd happily take Hato or ENQUIRIES or somebody else and go for Wirtz as the one option. You know, he's a generational player for me. Whereas Kirkes is a brilliant left back, like really good, and I want him in. But in that scenario, yes, easy one. Bill described the reason behind Liverpool going for a mega deal with Leverkusen for Florian Wirtz because they see him as a successor for Mohamed Salah. So maybe that's why the Reds are willing to put so much money into it. And also, the green light has been given from John to spend the money. So now it's just going to come down to the player. We heard last night that there was going to be some talks in Boston about whether the money is going to be ponied up by John or not. And it seems as though the green light has been given. So Florian Plettenberg said, update, Florian Wirtz remains Liverpool's absolute dream target for the number 10 role and are maintaining contact with the Wirtz family and Wirtz himself, as are FC Bayern. As of Wednesday afternoon, no official offers have been received by Bayer Leverkusen. Stay or go. Internally, Wirtz hasn't informed Leverkusen of his decision. That's exactly what everybody involved is currently waiting for. Now, there is some thought that he might stay there and do one more season before moving on. I don't know what that would mean for us, whether we'd still be interested in a year or not. But again, as I've mentioned, we are the best place of the rest. If he does leave Germany, it looks like it'll very much be for Liverpool. Who would you want to sign in the window? Florian Wirtz wouldn't be bad, would it? So Florian Wirtz, Kirkes. So I'm still unsure what's going to happen up top, if we're going to bring in a striker or not at this point. Actually, let me give you some new numbers around the situation with João Pedro, because there's been a piece on him today from Fabrizio Romano, and Romano said, Liverpool are among the clubs keen on João Pedro. The understanding is that potential proposals around a fee of 60 million could prove attractive in order to advance and try to negotiate with Brighton. So look, I said the other day, 100 million initially, not a chance. 30 million mentioned last week, I think there's value in it. 60 million, I wouldn't be a buyer of João Pedro at 60 million. I just don't think he's worth it. John must have seen the Where's the Money John. Probably. You know, he probably bought one for himself just to have around the house, you know, just comfortable hoodie just to wear around the place. Can Wirtz play left wing? Wirtz will be brought in to play number 10. So number 10 or a false 9. So central would be the thought process. It's going to be very interesting, though, to hear if we do plan on signing a centre forward or not. Because I'm going to take you back to something from Florian Plettenberg the other day. So let me just get my notes open here and I can read you through something he said the other day, because I thought it was quite telling. Don't think I have the notes on this one, but it basically listed off all the positions that Liverpool were looking to recruit in. And there was no centre forward listed in it. There was a winger, a number 10, a centre back and a left back. I think there may have been a midfielder in it, but there was nothing about a centre forward. I don't know. Do you guys think we're going to sign a centre forward, or do you think we're looking at a number 10? I don't know at this point. Like, going into the window, I fully expected it to be Darwin out and a centre forward brought in, but now I just don't know. Angus say, hey Craig, did you know that Leverkusen have not directly sold to Bayern in 21 years? I didn't know that. I knew that they really didn't want to sell to them, but I didn't know that they hadn't sold to them in 21 years. That's interesting. Look, I can understand their perspective wanting, if you're going to lose them outside the Bundesliga. That makes absolute sense. I just hope, I really just hope we can pull this one off, because it would be a massive statement of intent for next season as well. Wirtz is the next generational talent along with Musiala and Yamal. That's why, Jaden, it's so important that we keep him out of the clutches of the likes of Bayern. Like, if Bayern managed to bring him in, and they had Musiala, and they've got Elise, and there was talk that they could even be looking to bring in Nico Williams, I mean, that would be a very worrying attack that they're assembling. So yeah, I very much hope that we could beat them to the punch and bring in Wirtz. Dominic King and Lewis Steele have written that there's no hiding the fact that Bayern are just about leading the race for Florian Wirtz. His mind is not yet made up and Liverpool will make a good push to sign the German international. FSG have apparently approved the money required to sign Florian Wirtz. This piece here said, Falk then went on to claim FSG have approved the move and the record-breaking sums required to seal Wirtz's signature have now been made available. There you go. Credit Anfield Buzz for that post. I'm definitely getting more confident on the Wirtz deal. All the noises seem to be about Liverpool, and it doesn't. And if he wasn't interested, we would all know by now. Well, let me ask that. We haven't put up a poll yet tonight, so I'm going to ask: do you think we sign Wirtz, or what do you think happens with Wirtz? Actually, that's the fairest one. So bear with me while I write this out. Here's the poll: what happens with Wirtz? Stays at Leverkusen, joins Bayern, joins Liverpool, or goes elsewhere? We'll see how confident people are about it, and we'll check back in on that poll in a little while. Hanabero said he won't leave Germany. My gut feeling, mate, is kind of probably that you're right. But I am, like our friend said a moment ago there with the super chat, Angus, as each day goes by, I'd be a liar if I said I'm not starting to get a little bit more confident. It certainly feels like optimism around it is growing. If Tottenham can win a trophy, said Tyler Slaney, then we can sign Wirtz. I love it, mate. Well played, sir. Well played. Craig, I have a sneaky good feeling about Wirtz. Back to back. Oh, Elks. If we sign Florian Wirtz, mate, we're going back to back. We're winning the double next year if we sign Wirtz. The Premier League and the Champions League. And I'm not backing down on that. We sign Florian Wirtz, get our left back sorted out. I'm saying that's it. We're winning the double next year. I know that sounds really arrogant, but you've never heard me say that out loud before. But I'm going to say it. If we sign Florian Wirtz, trophies are going to come our way next season. Plenty of them. Stephen Shupping said, I agree. We at least go back to back in the Prem. Look, it's looking like Manchester City are having a real wobble. I think they're having a real crisis of confidence. Pep doesn't look happy. They've lost Kevin De Bruyne, who will be a big player, at least around the dressing room, to lose. Yes, they do have Rodri coming back in, but will they get back to their best? Haaland ghosting in another final. I just don't think... I feel like it's our time. I don't want to sound like an Arsenal fan here now, but I do feel like it's our time for a little era. And hopefully, with the backing that Arnold looks like he's getting, it could be a successful couple of years. Or imagine we get Wirtz, it will be a dynasty. It would. It would. And look, the selfish Craig is hoping we get some good news on this one before Sunday. Because as I mentioned, we are... Oh, not that one. We are going to be in Liverpool on Sunday and on Wednesday for 2 end-of-season parties at the Hot Water Comedy Club. Still some tickets left, and I mean a handful of tickets for the show on the last day of the season. The show on the Wednesday, I think there's about 50 or so left. So if you want to come along and see us and party with us, you know what's up. You know where to come. They're all ages events, by the way. So if you are coming, make sure you get there early because it is going to be jammers in the venue. And they're going to show the game against Palace on, I think, 25 screens around the place. They're opening at 9 a.m. as well. It is going to be such a fun day.